section, and they're using momentum. Like a lot of times it's momentum. A lot of times you find a trade, especially if crypto, once crypto gets to moving, it's so easy to make money in trading. What's up, YouTube? FD White back with another episode of FD White Invest. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I go by FD White. I am an investor, a trader of cryptocurrencies, stock market. We talk news, we talk data, we talk analysis. We come over here, we try to have fun, we try to engage with the community, and we all are like-minded individuals trying to raise the trajectory of our monetary life, so to say. So welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel. Let's jump right into it, man. You were warned. You were warned. So Bitcoin right now is sitting at about 65,300. We got a nice little pullback of about $1,000. We got up to about 66,300. Like I said, now we're hovering around 65,300 at the time of recording, which is 8 a.m. Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. So what I want to see, we talked about this yesterday over on the Crypto Nightcap. Shout out to TradeFly, shout out to the whole Piper Academy team. We talked about this level of 64,700, 64,800. We want to hold this level. So I'm looking at a range between 64,700 and then coming back up to about 66K. So if we can manage to hold that level or hold inside that trend or hold inside that range, I think all is well, all is good. Alts are also starting to pull back. So if you think alts have more room to run, if you think the market has more room to run, of course, you see this as opportunity. We had a huge rally Sunday night coming into Monday. Now we're getting a little bit of a cool off period. Luckily, we did break above that 200-day simple moving average. I want to hold that. And then, you know, that's just a big step in us remaining bullish and, you know, continuing forward in this crypto bull run and ultimately getting back up to 67K, 68K, holding that as support and then blasting off to new all-time highs. So I want to talk some news. Before we get out of here. This is just a quick rapid fire video. So just in, well, this was yesterday's Bitcoin ETF saw $2.3 billion worth of trading volume yesterday. So that's huge. That's huge. A lot of times we were seeing a lot of negative, you know, outflows. We were seeing volume not being that high. So with that being said, you know, 2.3 billion in trading volume is a lot, and we saw that reflected in the price movement. We saw that reflected in Bitcoin going up, like I said, to about 66,400 before ultimately getting rejected. But we'll have to see how today comes or how today goes, and we'll see if this can be replicated again and if more interest is coming back into the crypto space. And speaking of interest, we do have open interest, which was a new all-time high of 19.8 billion. Open interest indicates the upward trend in derivatives in the derivatives market. It indicates a growing influx of liquidity and increased attention in the cryptocurrency space. So if you're looking at open interest, I look at open interest to see, you know, what's going on, what's moving. When I look at Bitcoin and I see, you know, 19.8 billion, I get bullish, I get really bullish, but it is, you know, a lot of leverage in the system. So, you know, leverage moves markets. Leverage moves markets, man. So you take out a lot of leverage, you take out a lot of market caps out of a lot of these coins, you take out a lot of volume rather, out of, you know, Bitcoin, a lot of assets, not just Bitcoin, you know, gold, there's leverage in the stock market, there's leverage in the real estate market. Leverage is everywhere. So as long as we, you know, we can keep this momentum going, as long as we can keep this leverage at bay for the most part, you know, hopefully we can continue a steady uptrend. But when euphoria sets in and we see this open interest start to go higher and higher, we know that, you know, FOMO is really setting in, and that's when I get a little bit cautious. I'm not really that cautious right now, not yet. But, you know, we are starting to see signs of that open interest and that liquidity and those derivatives markets, that leverage starting to pump back in the market, that FOMO, that greed starting to come back in the market. And once it starts getting full-fledged greed, that's when you start to get a little bit weary. So we're going to keep our eye out on Bitcoin open interest and, you know, a lot of these coins, different open interest. So yesterday, Bitcoin ETF saw 555.9 million, is that million? Yep, $1 million. And then Ethereum ETF saw 17 million of net flow into ETF. So that's a good thing. Lastly, Well, no, two more things. So we talk about MetaPlanet, the Japanese company MetaPlanet. They bought another 106.97 Bitcoin worth 1 billion yen. So we keep talking about MetaPlanet. We keep talking about all these other different companies. Looks like they're taking a MicroStrategy approach, and MicroStrategy has been winning. Have you seen MicroStrategy? Like, Michael Saylor was, everybody was laughing. Everybody was saying that he's crazy for doing this. He's crazy for, investing in Bitcoin and taking out, equity from this company, putting it into Bitcoin, taking loans out, buying Bitcoin. He's not looking too crazy right now. And, us hardcore crypto people, us hardcore Bitcoin people, we knew he wasn't crazy. It just took a little bit of time. So shout out to Michael Saylor. Shout out to MicroStrategy. It's outperforming Bitcoin over the past few months. I know that for a fact. Not sure how it's performing this year altogether, but I know it's been performing very well. So MicroStrategy is just a proxy of Bitcoin, and it's looking like it wants to outperform Bitcoin the rest of the year. So we'll have to see what happens with that, and then we'll see what happens going into 2025. But like I said, shout out to MicroStrategy, shout out to Michael Saylor, man. Your conviction never waned, and it's you're reaping the benefits of your conviction. So shout out to you. And lastly, I want to talk SUI. So we saw SUI as the market was pumping yesterday. SUI already had a major pump when the market really wasn't pumping. SUI started to pump. I think they had like a mainnet go live and another, a few other things fundamentally happen. But SUI has been the L1 talk of the town. A lot of people have been saying SUI is, the next Solana. It's going to do what Solana did, when Solana made its huge run last cycle, when Solana made its huge run at the beginning of this cycle, when FTX fell, and then it went from like $8 all the way up to like 200. So a lot of people are saying SUI is going to perform like that. But we do have a little bit of FUD coming out for SUI. It says, in response to the allegation that SUI Insiders is selling 400 million in tokens. So that's why we saw a lot of suppression yesterday or over the weekend for SUI. SUI has not been pumping like that over the past few days. So people are saying that the insiders, the people, the SUI Foundation is selling 400 million. But they said the SUI Foundation responded that no Foundation or Miston Labs employee or investors sold 400 million. So they're trying to nip that in the bud right now. I don't know if I can believe them. I haven't did my, just research into wallets and doing like that to look and see, who's, if this is part of the foundation, the SUI Foundation, or if that's an insider or whatnot, or someone who works for SUI or things like that. So they did respond with saying the possible owner of the wallet is an infrastructure partner who owns the tokens according to the lockup period. So I guess the lockup period is over and they can, they can sell. So, what can you say? What can you say? So the good thing about that is you want to get these people with these large, these large quantities of coins and tokens. You want to get them up out of here to continue our ascension higher. So if you're very highly convicted on SUI, you want to see a lot of these big whales, these big players start to sell. Get them out of the way. Hopefully not crash the price too much, and then you can continue your ascension forward. SUI is hot. SUI is hot. So that's one of the things you got to remember in crypto. You got to go with the hot narrative. You got to go with the hot sector. You got to go with the hot coin, and you ride it, you ride it, you ride it until you can't ride it no more. You know what I'm saying? So SUI is one of those ones that has been hot, and hopefully it can continue. And hopefully everybody who's, in SUI, didn't get wrecked too hard if you were trading it. And just look at those, look at those support and those resistance levels, and look at some moving averages to see where the major support is coming in to make our, bounce up. If the crypto market can continue to move forward, which I think it is. Like I said, you were warned that the last few weeks of October is bullish, and then we are also going into an election year, which is, also election time on November, I want to say 4th, 5th, or the 7th. One of them. I think it's the 5th though. So we'll have to, see how the market reacts from now to the 5th, and then we'll see who gets in and see how the market reacts to whoever gets in. But in all honesty, once the emotional thing is over for the election, I think crypto is going to continue its ascension forward. Of course, long term, short to mid term, mid-term, after the election, we may get a little bit of rockiness with the, they don't have to put up the smoke and mirrors anymore with all the data, all the news holding the economy together. So we'll see. We're going to take it day by day. And this is why you come to the FD White Invest channel, so you can stay up to date, up to the news, up to the charts, up to the analysis. And I'm going to do my best possible, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. You know, I'm always researching, always on the charts, always doing my due diligence. So, you know, hopefully I bring it out in a way that's understandable and appealing to you. So this is FD White. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you in the next video. I will be back at the workstation, and we're going to get to these charts, get to this news, get to the data a little bit later. Talk to you soon. Peace.